Hello and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. From today we're going to take a look at three beers that are not Japanese but which are widely available in Japan because the brewery has a tie-up with Kirin, one of the four major Japanese beer brewers. They have a distribution tie-up with them, and that brewery is Brooklyn Brewery, and we're going to take a look at three beers from them. I have reviewed in the past Brooklyn Summer Ale, and I'm going to make a playlist, and you can find that in that playlist. So if you're interested in that, go take a look at the Summer Ale from Brooklyn. The ones we're going to review today and next time will be Brooklyn Lage and Brooklyn Defender IPA, and then Brooklyn Sorachi Ace Saison. We'll take a look at each of those three beers. Brooklyn Brewery started in 1987. Their first batch of beer, Brooklyn Lager, came out in 1988. It was started by a former AP foreign correspondent named Steve Hindy and his partner, and they got investors and got going. And so in 1998 they brought out their first batch of Brooklyn Lager, and it became quite popular very early on. They developed into a bigger brewery, and then acquired a brewer named Garrett Oliver, who was a quite accomplished home brewer, and he became brewmaster in 1996 and developed a number of their main beers for them. Garrett Oliver is also very well known as the editor of the Brewmaster's Table, a book about food pairing and cooking with beer. And he's also the editor of the Oxford Companion to Beer, which is kind of like a mini encyclopedia of beer. So he's very well respected in the craft beer community. He became brewmaster in 1996 at Brooklyn. And some other notable beers that they make, of course, are Black Chocolate Stout, wonderful stout, and Black Ops, which is a barrel-aged imperial stout, an absolutely wonderful beer. They came out with that in 2007. It's an annual. In 2014, Garrett Oliver was the first brewer ever to be awarded a James Beard Award, and that was for outstanding service in drinks, and so he's quite an accomplished guy, and he is still with Brooklyn. Brooklyn sold 24.5% to Kirin, and so they are the beneficiaries of Kirin's distribution muscle in Japan, and so you can find their beers quite easily now. And so let's take a look at three beers from Brooklyn Brewery. And actually Brooklyn, we think of Colorado, the Northwest, or San Diego as beer towns now, of course. At one point, Brooklyn, just the brewer of Brooklyn, was responsible for producing 10% of all the beer that was made in the United States. This was in the 1800s, of course, Walt Whitman time, I guess, or shortly thereafter. Quite a heritage to live up to, and I think Brooklyn Brewery does a good job of that. Okay. The first Brooklyn Brewery beer we're going to look at is their flagship. It's called Brooklyn Lager. This was their first beer, and it's probably still their most popular beer. This is an amber lager, Vienna style, 5.2%, 33 IBUs, and so it's quite a popular beer. It's been around for a while, since 1998 or 1988, and so it is the flagship, and it's supposedly based on a pre-prohibition recipe, which would probably make it a more hoppy hoppy beer. So notice the 33 international bittering units, quite heavy for a lighter lager. And Michael Jackson, when he first had it, called it fresh, flowery, firm, and flavorful. Quite a bit of alliteration there. It's dry hopped as well. And I rated this once about 3 years ago or so. I haven't had it much since then. And on RateBeer, this one has 3,974 ratings, an average score of 3.48 out of 5, 76 percentile for all beers, and 99 for its style. Pretty high for an amber lager Vienna. Untapped, there are a total of 307,961 ratings for this, and it has an average score of 3.46, so very close to the RateBeer score. So in general, we're looking at around 3.4, 3.5 out of 5 for this. Let's give this one a go. I'm not quite sure what's going on in the cover. There's a lot of things happening here. It looks like some cats, some people, some faces, some hats. Quite a mix of little artwork. Some of it's too small to really tell exactly what it is. This is a fairly new label, I think. Okay, so it is a rather dark amber sort of color. Very dark gold, completely clear. You can see all the way through it. And it's got a nice creamy, just slightly off-white, sort of, not creamy, but kind of chunky, sort of light off-white sort of head. Carbonation, what do you see? Very, very gentle, light carbonation floating up. Okay, let's try the nose here. We do get some caramel, definitely floral hops, I would say for sure. Slight citrus blossom, maybe just a touch of dried fruit, red like raisin maybe. Okay. Kind of rich caramel. The herbal hops really do take over in mid-palate. Almost kind of medicinal. Get some orange. Some kind of a marmalade, bitter marmalade, pine. Some very pleasant bitterness throughout, not overpowering at all, but definitely there. This is very well balanced, very smooth, easy drinking, very hoppy for an amber lager. Very nice, and I hope this is in good condition. It looks like it was made in July of this year, so we're now in October. And I don't know how this was shipped, whether it came over on a refrigerated boat or not. Kind of doubt it, but in any case, give this one a go. You know, if you've never had it, you can find this anywhere, I think. It's exported to many countries, not just Japan, and it's quite common in the US too as well. So if you've never had it, give it a go. It is a different kind of lager. The 33 IBUs and kind of herbal hopping is quite different. Okay, well that's it for today. Brooklyn Lager, and we'll look at another Brooklyn beer in our next video. Hope you're doing well. Please do subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about Brooklyn beer and or Brooklyn Lager if you've had it. Okay, Okay, bye-bye.